What is up, nerd friends? Welcome back. This week, we're going on a nerd venture. I got to go into the mountains and play with toy trucks with His Royal RC Highness, Mr. Mark Weir. So without further ado, let's jump right in. I hope you enjoy.
Oh, welcome back, nerd friends.
Hi, nerds.
That's Mr. Weir. I'm Charlie. We are in the Plumas National Forest.
Lassen
National Forest?
Lassen, yeah, we just crossed the line.
Oh, Mark doesn't like me to tell anybody where we actually go, but you couldn't find the spot if you tried. It's definitely not accessible.
Don't challenge them.
It's definitely not accessible with your Prius and or your Subaru. We had to go over some logs. But Mark and I are going to do some trail running, and we have trail topics to discuss to keep it interesting, because we both feel that we're very entertaining and interesting people, so we're going to let you guys decide if it's true or not.
Rough sport, huh?
We'll see. We're gonna go hat cam, and there's trails and rocks and awesome lines everywhere around here, and we hope that you enjoy. Mr. Weir is always very prepared. He has a backpack with enough parts to rebuild our trucks twice.
And so it's only 50 feet away.
This way we don't have to worry about driving unaggressively. We can just get after it. He's got transmission gears, drive shafts. I
don't bring any training gears.
Oh, you don't?
No.
But we do have a whole spare truck.
Make sure you got the camera pointed right. You've been terrible at that.
It's accurate. All right, let's get down to the rocks.
I don't think those are butterflies. Maybe they're butterflies.
They're mothy
looking butterflies?
I think they're a genome of subspecies of butterflies. Because they're out in the daytime. I think moths come out at night.
I've seen moths during the day. Gypsy moths, those ones in the oak trees that do the big cocoons.
Oh no, I can't see my truck.
Uh-oh.
Long distance crawling is often a fail.
Oh,
it's wheels down. That's good. And it's pointed the correct direction.
Boy, what did you bushwalk that?
Apparently.
Huh.
This would have been a better line over here.
Yeah, that's kind of the line.
It's going to be so much cropping.
Ooh.
Oh!
Damn.
Oh, aggressive.
That thing...
I thought you were going to go that way.
I was, but then I wanted to turn down for what? But that stuff is so sticky, that rock, when it pops off. It's like a granite shale. It's very grippy. It's got a lot of sharp edges. What is it, serpentine? No, maybe not. I don't really know about rocks.
I don't know about rocks either. I know about RC. Leave it in the comments below if you know what kind of rocks these are.
I mean, it looks like granite. I just take that for granted because that's where we're at.
Bump. Dude, scale trees.
That's not that scale, bro. Ooh.
Oh, this is much steeper than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah,
dig on.
That looks like Tomahawk Tuesday.
Dig on. Hold my rear. All right, not too shabby. Dig off.
Oh, dude, I hate when it gets... I dug too early.
Yep.
Now I'm in a spot.
Undig. And then dig back.
Perfect.
Sick. That was so scale.
That was terrible. Don't let that actually show you who I am. I'm much better than that.
He's better than that, folks.
That's technical.
Now we traverse ourselves.
I should have brought my comp rig.
Oh, dude. That brings us to our first trail topic, actually. What a good segue. So when it comes to rock crawling, there's many different takes on rock crawling, and Mark and our group of friends, we all have pretty basic, except for Mark, it started out as RTRs. Mark's is basically the equivalent of a kit that you build up from all the accessory parts. The rest of us have what's basically an RTR with a couple bolt-on goodies.
Oh no.
Transmission gears, better servos, wheels, tires, and of course Hobbywing electronics, because why wouldn't you? Most of us run reef servos, but these are what I would call a scale rig. We didn't do anything to make them a whole lot more capable by modifying any of the suspension. Mark's got different shocks. So there's scale rigs, then there's trail rigs, which are like more than a scaler, if you ask me. It's way less capable than a scale rig would be. Like a scale rig is like Mark's Jeep, a purpose-built rig that's made to off-road, whereas a trail rig is made more to look cool and have accessories. And then there's comp rigs. Well, I guess there's another category, comp scalers, because there's these multiple classes for different rules they have for scalers. I don't even know what these rigs would qualify as in the classifications, but I know there's a class for them.
That's pinchy. That's real pinchy.
Narrow Nelson. I'm going to try to keep a wheel on the wall. Oh, did not work. Oh, clicking. Oh. Oh no. I'm already stuck. Gate one. I think this is going to require...
Oh no. The gatekeeper is...
keeping the gate.
Yeah, you kind of almost got to go on this one more. You got to turn up this way. You got to run that passenger up on that rim job. Not... Oh, there you go. There you go. Bam.
These are Vanquish Phoenix trucks. So portal axles, they got the Vanquish VF twin transmission, which has the rear dig, or you can do rear neutral. We have ours mostly set up that we can also do rear neutral, but it's got selectable overdrive in the front, so you can make the front tires go faster than the rear by like 20. It depends what gears you run in your axles, but between 25 to like 35 or 45%, depending if you run like underdrive, overdrive gears. I think mine just has when it's stock, it's 35%. I think that's what I got. I did not make the entry.
I'm still torn on the aluminum axle housings versus plastic for true performance.
Yeah, that's always...
They sure look cool though.
It's an age-old debate. Is the strength worth the hang-up?
But you can't forget cool factor.
Well, there is always the cool factor. I think we should tell the people about Novato crawling.
Novato crawling, you don't move much because the moves are so tough. Sure, you could bring a comp rig out and do it, but something about failure makes it fun. So you sit in the same spot a long time and they're very technical and mossy, and you got ferns and creeks. It's pretty slow paced for those people who don't want to really burn the calories. You're down with Novato crawling, except when you got to get there because it's like a jungle hike.
Yeah, most of Mark's favorite spots for us to go crawling at back home, or even up here, like there's unlimited rocks everywhere we go, but we drive past or hike past hours of them to get to the cool spots. But I always jokingly, when we first got into crawling, we thought it was cool because it got you out, you kind of hiked around, saw a bunch of cool stuff, and like everything was new. So we wanted to cover as much ground as we could, and like you try a spot a couple times. One guy might make it, the other guys would try it a couple times, and then we'd move on. But when I started hanging out with Mark and doing rock crawling, dude, you didn't move on. Everybody cleared it, everybody watched everybody cleared it, and you would sit in the same spot for a pretty long time. And I always felt like, in some ways, we were missing out on all these other rocks that were there because we did this one really cool line. But what it did do is make us way better drivers, because we watched each other drive way more, and even like let me see your truck when we dude couldn't make it, and found out somebody's truck was janky. Ooh. And
which is still a debatable thing when people offer or want to drive your truck. I'm like, I don't know.
I I don't want someone to show me up with my truck, right?
Yeah, or just drive it till he did what's his name's and then snap the drive shaft.
Well,
it's like, well, you can't do it.
I like these kind of trails where you're head high. Like this is chest level right here.
Yeah, this is nice.
So this is like a balance of Novato crawling because we're not really that far away from the truck, which I'm always a fan of. That way I don't have to have a backpack.
Backpack free. This one's always kind of a... It puts you in a pickle.
Yeah, these side hill ones are tricky. I'm way side hiller. Dude, I don't know, camera, if you can see how balled up that tire is. Like, its insert is not inserting. I'll take a picture of that. That was sick.
That was pretty good.
Mark's always mad because I miss his sick lines.
Because you're too busy looking at your own truck.
Yeah. Me.
Oh, this is going to be tough for the guy with the real flexible casings.
These tires are the equivalent of no PSI, I feel like. On flat ground, they still look loaded.
Oh, Tucker Carlson.
Ooh.
Oh, you got to catch. Oh, no. It's in big trouble for the red man. Oh, he crawls out of it.
Wow.
That was pretty good.
I didn't think it was going to make it out.
0 PSI.
Yeah, for once it paid off. Now it'll probably do the opposite and hurt me on the way out.
No way, you're already done.
Yeah. Camera, I hope you got that because that was sick. All right, what was my next trail topic? When I get old, I'm going to wander off into the woods somewhere and live in a tent. And I'm trying to decide if I want to live by the river or by the mountains. Like if you had to pick.
Well,
Apocalypse
rivers are
happens.
usually with mountains. Are you talking the ocean?
Rivers are with mountains?
Yeah, there's rivers all over the mountains.
I guess you're kind of right.
I mean, I live next to a river in the mountains.
That's true. But like, well,
yeah,
I'm trying to think of a place that I've been where there's no rivers in the mountains, and I guess you're right. All the places where I've been that are in the mountains also have a river. So I guess I would pick the mountains. That way I definitely get a river.
Yeah, it's me. It's like the coast or the mountains. I'll take the mountains every time because I don't like swimming and I don't like sharks and I'm not a surfer.
I'm not a fan of the coast myself. It's always windy. It's always overcast.
Yeah, I mean, you always run out of drinks too. You're like, I guess it's time to leave the beach, you know, because I ain't doing nothing else. I guess you could play sand volleyball, get your calves super sore, realize that you're not in high school anymore.
Running in the sand, sand is not my jam. I'm not a fan.
Rocky Balboa loved the sand. He trained in it.
Rocky Balboa loved the sand. Rocky Balboa was a fiction.
No way. Clubber Lane was awesome.
And I think the rock crawling in the mountains seems better.
Remember how hard this section was?
So that was the first half of the trail. Do you want to see the rest of it? Let me know in the comments down below. If you give me like one comment that says you want more of that video, I've got some more, don't worry. And there's more trail topics to discuss. I do want to thank, of course, Mr. Weir for loading up the Jeep, filling it up with gas, and taking us out into the woods for a fantastic time with beautiful views doing RC cars. It was awesome. Do you like podcasts? Do you like free stuff? Don't we all? We do a podcast called RC Stuff powered by Hobbywing. We give away free stuff each and every episode. All you have to do to find out how to enter to win is listen to an episode. Look up RC Stuff powered by Hobbywing on your favorite podcast service, or get it straight from the source, anchor.fm/Hobbywing. Questions, comments, concerns, shoot us an email, northamerica@hobbywing.com. And as always, folks, thanks for watching. It's The Charlie Show right here on the Hobbywing official YouTube channel. We'll see you next time.